There's a stenographer scandal going on right now at the White House. I mean, you probably didn't even think about the stenographers. Who sits around and thinks about, we need them, right? Because they're the ones that are actually transcribing everything that's happening in real time, and that then goes to the archives. So they serve a very important function. But there's this uproar now because you see, Biden said something. Biden said something the other day, and then his press team tried to correct it after the fact by changing the transcript of what he said. And I'll tell you, the stenographers didn't have too much use for the press team after this, and it kind of blew up in their face. But let's go back to the original offending comment. Biden calling Trump supporters, that's plural, Trump supporters, garbage.
Or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization is seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American.
You heard it. The only garbage I see out there is his supporters. Well, they tried to change that to supporter, like singular, just to pin it on that comic that was at that event at Madison Square Garden. And this kind of blew up in their face in a massive way, to the point where now everybody's issuing statements. You've got the stenographers making these email comments. Here we go. Take a look. This is something else. Wow. So like, it got leaked. This email got leaked. And it's all over, by the way. It's all over AP, etc. The White House altered Biden's transcript, even though the stenographers were actually really concerned, or a stenographer was concerned. Quote, our stenography office transcript released to our people includes National Archives is now different than the version edited and released to the public by the press office staff. And the email goes on. See, this is how you know we were authentic. I have to fix the shot in real time. What do you think? Like that? If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, thank you for that, or Spotify. Make sure you give us 5 stars, rate us, and then come check us out live on YouTube. Quote, please avoid sharing rush drafts, excerpts, which are subject to review and might create confusion among staff, media, and the public, while our stenography office completes a thorough review process. So they are mad. I was going to use another word. You know where I'm going. They're really mad. This was a topic on Fox and Friends this morning. I got a kick out of it. So Peter Ducey, who covers the White House, was filling everyone in. Take a listen.
Good morning. And we have a story about White House stenographers. First time this whole cycle. The White House stenographers come with the House. They are not political. Some of them have been there since Trump and will be there after Biden. And they are now as mad as you will ever hear a stenographer on the record that White House officials working for President Biden tried to change the meaning of their transcript. So it sounded like the president on that Zoom with Voto Latino was just criticizing a comedian instead of all Trump supporters. So now we've got a supervisor from the stenographer's office who is saying, our stenography office transcript released to our distro, which includes the national...
Yeah. So you saw the statement there. In other words, these people are not highly political, and yet they're being thrust into this. They are really mad. So mad that now this is getting leaked out. So there's like a mutiny in the stenographer's department at the Joe Biden, Kamala Harris White House. What have we come to, ladies and gentlemen? You know, it's a little sort of, dare I say, Russia-esque, Putin-esque, North Korea-esque for the press department, for Biden and Harris to be altering a transcript before releasing it to the public. I mean, this is not normal. This doesn't usually get done. So the stenographers are right to say, hey, wait a second. This is not proper. It's not proper, but I don't think anything is proper about this team. And I think they're trying to normalize it. You want to talk gaslighting on steroids. We keep finding out that everything they tell us doesn't quite pan out. You know, like the Russia thing, or how about the laptop from hell thing? I mean, there were people that paid prices as a result of that. They tried to tell you, 51X spooks, that somehow that was all bought and paid for courtesy of Russia by way of Rudy Giuliani, the laptop that turns out to be entirely real. And they knew it was real, and yet they told you otherwise. Now, why would that be? The good thing is we have transparency. We have authenticity now. Here we are talking. Make sure you subscribe. It's really important. Make sure you subscribe to this show, and make sure you like and share and make a comment. If you're watching live, Dawn's going to make sure that you like and share and make a comment here. But the reality is they're constantly trying to position something and tell a narrative and tell a story. But how can you do that when all of a sudden people have the ability to talk to themselves and to decipher the truth themselves? I mean, are we supposed to just believe whatever J-Lo, for example, is feeding us, part of the Hollywood establishment, coming out for none other than Kamala Harris?
He has consistently worked to divide us. At Madison Square Garden, he reminded us who he really is and how he really feels. It wasn't just Puerto Ricans that were offended that day, okay? It was every Latino in this country. It was humanity and anyone of decent character. Look, I'm a lover. You guys know that about me. I'm a lover. I am not a fighter. I am not here to trash anyone or bring them down. I know what that can feel like, and I wouldn't do it to my worst enemy, or even when facing the biggest adversary I think America has internally ever had.
Well, that was clever.
But over Kamala Harris's entire career, she has proven to us who she is. A proud daughter and son of Puerto Rico. I am Puerto Rican. Soy boricua carajo. And yes, I was born here, and we are Americans. I am a mother. I am a sister. I am an actor and an entertainer, and I like Hollywood endings. I like when the good guy, or in this case, the good girl wins.
Pobrecita. I mean, my gosh, this woman is definitely an actress, that's for sure. We got a lot of acting going on. And you know what? She's good at it. I will tell you, she's actually really good at it. In fact, I really like her romantic comedies. Mother-in-Law, Monster-in-Law, that was cute. And what was the other one? Wedding Planner. Then she had Marry Me. I mean, I think she's a very talented actress. She's exactly who you want out there, except that everybody knows, of course, she's an actress. And when it comes to women standing with Kamala, I don't know. I'm just saying. She's a talented actress, but she wouldn't be my first choice. No, not given her association with none other than Diddy, right? I mean, the husband. Well, he's kind of a piece of work, as we're learning. I mean, that's a whole other thing. I don't want to have to talk about that, for goodness sakes, but what the heck was she doing with that guy? What were all those people as we look at the screen, from Taylor Swift and Ben Stiller and Leonardo DiCaprio and Madonna and Beyonce and Martha Stewart? Oh, I see what they have in common. They're all Democrats. They're all Democrats, and apparently they got the stamp of approval of some sort from Diddy. This isn't going to work.